Hi everybody, how's it going? My name is Robe and Wizard Hat, and today we're going to be looking at something a little bit different. The game is called Mutant Factions, and the way I discovered this actually was a guy named Ben on Twitter followed me, and I went to his page, and it turned out that he was a game developer, and this is his game. If you look at the bottom right, that is his handle on Twitter as well, Ben Salat. It's an interesting game. It's a shooter, but it's so much more, if I'm being honest. It's really interesting, and originally what I was going to do was I was just going to make a Let's Play video of all of the gameplay and pretty much what the actual gameplay looks like, but as I got into it I realized that I should probably actually make my first episode more of an introduction to new players, because while the game does a really good job of explaining all of the mechanics and different ways that the game actually works, what button does this, what button does that, it doesn't do a great job of explaining certain little intricate details that I think are really important in this game. The first thing I'm going to cover in this is the different sorts of points in this game. Now there's really three different types. There's community credits, there's respect points, and then there's experience. Community credits is interesting because basically you gain them by growing the game. You get them in ways like creating a map on the map editor, seen here. If you create a map and people like it, you post it to the forum, people check it out. For every hour people start playing that, you get community points. I believe it's 1 per every hour somebody plays it. Other than that, you can get other points by hosting servers. Every hour somebody's playing on that server, you get a point. And also you get a few points just by earning, and like I believe I said, whenever you refer a friend, you also get some points as well. Now, and the point of those community points is to unlock certain little items that are purely for aesthetic reasons. There's no other reason for these. They don't give you an unfair advantage. It's just to make you look cool. There's bronze medallions, silver medallions, all of these change your armor, so bronze, silver, gold, ruby, and diamond. Other than that, you can change your knife, so whenever you knife somebody, you get a nice, big, booming humiliation voiceover that plays, and everybody gets to see it and laugh at that one guy. Then you get a baseball bat, which smacks people's heads straight off, and a lightsaber, and then you can do other customization like vehicle lights, vehicle details, bullet trails, capes, bandanas, all sorts of different things. Now, the experience points that you have are used to unlock different skills. Anything that is on this is for your permanent mutant, and that is a distinction that I want to make right away, because this was kind of hard for me to understand at first, and I didn't really find the information until I did a little bit of digging. Now, there's 4 different types of games. There's casual, there's ranked, and then there's permanent servers, and then there's quick match servers. And the difference here is on a quick match server, what you can do is you can go in and you can have like unlimited skill points, like enough to have enough to cover every single skill tree in a certain class. And so you can mix and match, and you can experiment, and you can find out what you like and see how you want to play the game. Now in a permanent match, it uses the skills that you've unlocked and you've spent your points into, and while you can change those points, or you can change your skill set, after level 30 you have to use community points to pay for the reallocation of different skill points. So like I said, in a permanent game, this is your person. However you built it, that's who you're playing with. But in a quick match, it's going to be, you can mix and match and try different things. Now in a ranked games, if you're going to go into a ranked game, set aside some time, because about an hour at least. If you go into a game and the time limit on there is an hour, if you leave early, you lose respect points. And what that means is if you lose your respect points, then if people see you and they say, okay, this guy's got low respect points, obviously he's going to leave at some point. And I imagine, I don't know if it's implemented right now, but if it's not, it probably should be. If you lose enough respect points, you should probably not be allowed to play ranked. That might already be in here, I'm not totally sure. At casual games, of course, you just go in, you need to leave, that's fine, but you don't get any ranked points, and the points that you actually gain in your respect points is based on how well you do in the game, your performance and how long you're there. So that's a really interesting way to deter people from leaving in these ranked games. Now, the 3 different classes that you can go into, or the 3 different skill trees, because you don't have to lock down into a single skill tree. You can mix and match. The first one is physical. If we're speaking in RPG terms, think warrior. They're run and gun, more health mutations that you can take and be able to last a little bit longer and kill your enemies like a warrior. The second skill set is mental, which if you're thinking about this skill set, it's like Rogue, okay? There is regeneration, there's invisibility, you have poison shots, you can dash, you can do a black hole that slows people down, you can lay down spike traps, and you can have teleportation. That is your Rogue class. Cybernetic is like your mage. You have plasma balls, phasic bullets, you have bullet time, you can slow down time, you can have an AoE attack of basically fireballs. So I imagine they would be very damaging, but also kind of squish. So that is something, but again, you mix and match, and also if you don't exactly know what you want to do, there is a little area down here called skill queues, where you can go into a preset skill set like assassin, mage, or warrior. So even the guys that developed this game know what they were heading for. Other than that, there are different weapons in this game that you buy. You don't start every game with these. So like say you have taser, you can't just buy the taser. You have to earn the money in the game and then buy your taser. There's miniguns, blast cannons, seek rifles. I mean, you see them all here. There's lots of variety for that. Also, another interesting about this is the vehicles. You can do a loafer, buggy, gallant, and of course all of these cost different money, and you can see the stats off to the right over here. So as the game goes on, you can buy a better truck, run some people down. Maybe they'll have more health because they can be destroyed. Other than that, let's go ahead and take a look over here at the different game modes. Let's just make sure I've got all of them here. There's chemical warfare, and chemicals is another aspect of this game that I'm going to get into on the next episode where I cover all of the gameplay. But just so you know, there's a chemical base station that you create, and then you can create further chemicals from that, which on different game modes means different things. So in chemical warfare, you make a capture, I guess you would call it a capture chemical, and then you capture certain points. Outbreak is a really nice game mode for if you're a new player like me or anybody else checking out this video. You can go into there and you can play by yourself pretty much and kill these zombies, collect their souls, and then bring those souls to a bomb. And then once you bring a certain amount of souls to the bomb, and we'll cover that mode in a future episode, the bomb explodes, and then, well, actually, you get locked down to the ground as the bomb is exploding, and you have to survive the wave. And then the bomb explodes, and you go into the next one. To complete that mode, I believe it's 1,000 souls you have to take out before you actually win the game. Now, checkpoint, you complete raps. No, you complete laps around, and generally you want to use a vehicle for this. And the first person to score, or not the first person, but the first team to score a certain amount of laps around the battery wins. Now, extraction is another game mode, which is basically capture the flag. You follow the white arrow, you get the flag, you go back, you take it back, and that's how you win. And then lastly, classic battle is deathmatch. You kill people, and it's either a certain amount of kills you need to get or a certain amount of cash you need to get. And that the difference there is in a certain situations, you're going to want to invest in more chemicals or you're going to want to invest in more weapons because they're all going to cost money. And it's good to be pretty efficient when you're doing that. Other than that, check out the map editor. Map editor is, I haven't gone into detail checking this out yet, but I believe it would be pretty interesting because you can go through here, check out the different map textures and also the actual size of the map and create that, post it to the forum, get feedback, see what people like it, and if people really like it, then you get more community points and then you can get those sweet aesthetic looks. Other than that, the controls are relatively simple in this game. It's not too confusing. Up, down, left, right, jump is space, sprint is shift, G to throw your weapons, and you just shift through your weapons with your control key, or not your control key, excuse me, your mouse wheel. And certain things that you will want to memorize this, but after a while it just kind of becomes second nature. And of course you can taunt your enemies as well. Now, in future episodes, we're going to cover all the games. I think this episode has covered pretty much what I wanted to cover as far as basic mechanics of this game. So thank you a lot to Ben for letting me make these Let's Play videos. I contacted him on Twitter, and he's a really nice guy. Other than that, if you like the video, please leave a like. If you want to see more content, please subscribe. I'm going to leave a link in the description to where you can download this game. It is free. That is very important. I almost forgot to mention this game is free. Free to try out. It's in beta. It's, I believe, let's see, it's in 0.991, and it is planned to be released to Steam, but I don't think there's a official release date on that. But yeah, anyway, if you like the video, like, subscribe, and please check out this game. It seems really cool, and we'll check out more in the future. Thanks for watching.